In 1981, Activision released Laser Blast for the Atari 2600. This game, as you can see, was designed by David Crane of Pitfall fame. But this was an early David Crane release, a little bit before Pitfall. Now, as you can see, Laser Blast is an all too familiar space shooter. This was an extremely popular genre in the early 80s, late 70s, that time period in video games. In fact, the overwhelming majority of games were this space-type shooter. But Laser Blast has an interesting little twist. Instead of defending the planet from the invading space people, you are the invading space people. You control that little flying saucer and you blast ground forces. And that's about all you do. In groups of 3, one after the other, in an unending cycle. Now the gameplay is quite simple. You use the Atari joystick and you plug it into the left controller port. It's a one-player only game. And you can fire in 3 different directions, straight down or diagonally to the left or right. Now, when the game starts, you can fly all about the screen, but as you progress further into the game, you're gradually forced to the top of the screen until the point where you can't move vertically anymore. You can only move horizontally. But that didn't seem to be too much of a problem. Actually, the game was a little bit easier to play from the uppermost portion of the screen anyway. I can think of one word that describes Laser Blast, and that's repetitive. This game will bore the shit out of you. The one interesting little feature of gameplay is after you get shot, your ship crashes to the ground, but you can use the joystick to steer it, like I'm doing there, to take out your enemy kamikaze style. That's about the only real interesting thing in the gameplay. It's just simply too repetitive and too boring, even for an Atari game. Now this game is extremely simple in the first difficulty level setting, which is what you see here. And there's 4 levels of difficulty. I tried it on all 4 levels, and the 3rd and 4th level were actually a little bit challenging. But the payoff for the challenge wasn't that great. I managed to play for a solid half hour before I just gave up and shut the Atari off. But I wanted to prove that I could at least earn enough points to win the Activision patch, which was 100,000 points. And as you can see, I just about got it right here. Boom, there it is, Activision patch. There was another patch for scoring 1,000,000 points, and when you hit 1,000,000, the score counter actually turned into a bunch of exclamation points. But that's just way too much time invested into this game. So there you have it, Laser Blast, possibly the most boring Activision game ever made. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.